What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live community conversation. My name is Gonzo, and today I have a very special guest. It is Ghastly Grabs. Ghastly, go ahead and introduce yourself to
Hi,
everybody.
everyone. Hey, y'all. My name is Lauren from Ghastly Grabs. And yeah, I'm super excited to be on this first podcast with Gonzo.
Yes.
Never been on one.
I'm glad that your first podcast is on the channel. It's great to have you on. And just like I gave you pre workout, or not a pre workout, a pre, I know words. Um, I
No,
gave
you're
you a breakdown of what we do on the channel. We're going to talk about Pokemon for a little bit, and then we're going to head over to the chat every once in a while and see what they got to say. But real quick, let's say hello to Ricky Martin, Cardboard Addicts, Heart. No, I'm not pulling a Jay. We actually came up with this idea at the same time, and we just started doing it at the same time. Great minds think alike, and sometimes Jay gets
Yep.
lucky. Ian, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Hi.
Grumpy, good to see you. But yeah,
Hi,
let's
Grumpy.
we'll get the conversation going. Very simple first question, and then we'll get into the hard ones. Ghastly grabs, of course. Ghastly is a one of the favorite Pokemon, but for the people who don't know, who is your actual favorite Pokemon, and why did you decide not to use your favorite Pokemon in your username?
Actually, it's part of the Ghastly evolution. It's
Right.
Gengar. That's was my is still my favorite since the beginning. The reason why I did not use Gengar in my name is everybody else does.
Right.
I
Yeah.
felt like everything it's got Gengar somewhere in their title. So I came up with just Ghastly. Well, really, my husband actually did. And the grabs part was because it was what finds could we find? It
Yeah.
started out with giveaways and stuff like that for our community. So it was whatever I could grab to give out to people. And that's where the grabs came into play.
Right. Grumpy, no, the shirt was not a coincidence. I wore it on purpose. Um,
I love the shirt, actually. I wanted to tell
thank
you
you,
that.
thank you. Yeah, it's an awesome shirt. The company that I got it from. Unfortunately, I think they got a cease and desist, so they don't make them anymore. But I do want to have a thing I've thought of while you're giving your speech about it. Not speech. I know words, guys. Calm down. Uh, I agree with you. Gengar. It's not just Gengar. It's the final evolution of the lines to begin with. Always get the love.
Yes.
I am an unfortunate product of that, but I, on the other hand, because of the Raichu is not Pikachu. My name's not Pika Gonzo or Pika whatever, because it's usually some sort of Pika within the name, very similar to Gengar, Arcanine, Charizard, stuff like that, where it is the final evolution, but it's not the one from the line that people think of when they first think of that evolution line. So it's I really like that you went with the basic Ghastly. That is a really cool idea, and it works really well with your logo that you can put the eyes into G's and mirror it. I really like that. Um,
Yeah, that was not that was kind of our idea, but not it was one of our friends, which I could get into later, but it was one of our friends that we met in one of our card shops that we went
okay.
to and
Oh, what, a
turned
local card shop?
out. Hmm. That
Did
we
it Was that his idea, or was that whole design his?
it was actually her,
Oh, okay.
which it was so actually it's a local card shop, but it's not local. It's in Central Florida. It's in Tampa. I'm down
Okay.
near the Everglades, so it's a good 3 hour drive.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that's the closest card shop basically to us. Like most times it's an hour to get to anywhere.
oh, you should
Um,
move.
so yeah, when I go to the card shops, I got to go to Miami and stuff too. Like that's where I'm at with doing these vlogs.
No,
Um,
no, not
yeah, I
no.
travel everywhere.
Well, now
So
I know
yeah,
why you were trying to go to Collecticon so bad, just so you can get some product. That's not.
yes, it's mind blowing to me to
Yeah.
see everything at one place.
Yeah. 50, how you doing? What have you is Collecticon the first con or convention of that trade show status that you've been to?
Yeah, I went to a smaller one like 2 weeks before the Orlando
Mm-hmm.
Collecticon, and which I was happy I did because It was one of the local ones an hour away. And I was like, let's just go and see. So we're not like overstimulated with Collecticon. Like we have never been to a con period before that.
Right.
So we went there, and luckily I was able to get like the feel of my camera, figure out what I should film, what I shouldn't film, kind of thing. So then when I went to Orlando, it wasn't so stressful, but yet it still was because it was so many people. I wasn't prepared to be shoulder to shoulder with people. But it was insane, but it was great. It was amazing. So it was like I had that experience by then that I knew what to look for, what a con was, and to go about.
Yeah, I guess I'm lucky to be living where I am because there's trade shows, about 2 to 3 of them a weekend at this point. A bunch of local card shops. But this will be my first Collecticon when I go in Long Beach.
And I heard that one's a big one.
Yeah, me too. But my wife and I, and the people who went last year, they're like, they're like, buy the VIP passes if you can afford it. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm buying the passes early because I'll buy the VIP, then save up for what I want. Because one of my buddies I collect Funko Pops, anime, everything like that. So I like to get the voice actor stuff because I don't know if you watch anime, but there's a huge sub versus dub debate in the anime community. I don't care. Maybe it's because I'm old and I grew up with English dub animes on Toonami and Cartoon Network.
Gotcha.
But they were saying, they were saying like those voice actor lines were like an hour long sometimes. But if you get the VIP pass, you're in and out. I'm like,
yes,
cool. Yeah, I'll do it.
That is true. Yeah, that is true because Dallas was insane. The Pink Power Ranger, for instance, I forget her name's Amy, right?
Amy Jo Johnson.
Yes.
Everybody's first crush.
It was 5-hour wait just for her signature.
Oh my god!
5 hours. I was like,
no,
I couldn't do it. Like this first day, I was like, it was Saturday, and I was like, can't do it. I have to film. I wanted to get around to every table and talk to people, and especially with like the smaller ones that are local there to Dallas and everything. So, because I wanted to get one of my subscribers an autograph from her, but I was like, I can't do it. So I went the next day, and then she wasn't there. So I was like,
she's one of those people that if you miss it, you miss it. She normally only does one appearance days for some reason.
Yeah.
Jay, look at Ghastly out here helping out little guys. Warms my heart. Heart is where you roam. Hey, thank you for subscribing to Ghastly Grabs. I much appreciate that. I'm sure she does too.
Oh, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much.
How long was the Chuck Norris line? Or did you not see him?
I did. Oh God, no! I had to go see Chuck Norris. His line was not too bad. It was about an hour and a half.
That doesn't seem
down
that bad.
To heart, sweetheart, like so lovely. I actually got his picture and I got an autograph from him, and it's replaced my wedding picture. It's next to me.
I can see why.
I was like, sorry, hon. Chuck Norris.
Just Chuck Norris.
I had to do that.
Chuck Norris is one of those celebrities that if I meet, because he's an action celebrity, plus he's Chuck Norris, he's the Texas Ranger, he's fought Bruce Lee, I would ask him to roundhouse kick me in the face.
That's what I told him. I was like, that would be the only guy that would allow him to like hit me or something. Like I would be happy to get a punch by him.
Yes.
But no, he's just amazing. And this was my childhood. Like that's all I grew up with, was watching like Walker Texas Ranger every week, when it came on once a week or whatnot.
I think I only watched that show like once or twice growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But his appearance in the Bruce Lee movies left an impact on me.
Right.
But that was 20 years before Ranger. It was a while. Yeah. So I think he's in his 70s or 80s, something like that.
80s. I think 80s. He's like 82. Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of Collecticon, do you plan on going to any more this year, or are you just going to wait till next year's cons start coming up again?
I actually do have a little lineup. I'm hoping to get to Kansas City to Collecticon in July. Also, in planning on the Carolina, I think it's North Carolina con. I know that a lot of us want to go up there from here in Florida. The whole
Uh-huh.
group of friends want to go there, and then we're planning to try to hit Denver in October.
Oh, so you're trying to finish the trifecta. But you're not gonna. You don't have time to come out to
The West
Long
Coast is so
Beach.
hard. Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
though. I've never been to California, but I would love to go one day, maybe next
California
year.
is the so if California and Florida were neighbors, we'd be the same version, just not as bath salty and less gators, all that fun stuff. But we have the same amount of problems. It's just our weather is better. Because I don't
Yeah.
understand how your nickname is the Sunshine State when it's humid and rains 85% of the time.
Well, it rains only, well, for us at least, I know down as far south I am, it only rains maybe an hour a day, if that. And
Yeah,
then
an
it's
hour a day.
that's
we
it.
we rain in February and like our rain is January, February, a little bit in March, and that's it.
That's it. Oh wow.
That's it
Well, see, I came from Maryland and it literally rains every day, like
every day.
Seattle, like
Yeah.
every day, pouring, just pour all day, all night. We don't know what sun is in Maryland, basically. So coming to Florida, yeah, it's still sunny for us, but not as
Compare
California, apparently.
uh, and apparently you have more sun than Michigan, according to Hart. That
I
did
bet.
you think about trying to go to Card Party?
It's in the back of my mind, but I just don't see it this time around.
It's
It's
a
just so
it's about 2 weeks away at this point.
I
If you
know at
don't
this
have
point it's
anything
just
planned
not
out, yeah.
happening. Yeah. I
Well,
like to plan last minute, but this is too last minute.
yeah. Jay and I are still trying to convince Ricky to go to Card Party, and he lives kind of down the road. It's about an hour and a half drive to where Ricky
Oh,
lives, Anaheim. But
gotcha. That's not
Ricky can
bad.
make it. No, it's not bad.
Yeah. I make card stores for 3 hours.
Yeah,
It's a card store to film for 20 minutes, if that.
yeah. If that at all. Uh, would you think about making your own local trade show, like getting together with the trade shop, not a trade shop, a card your trade shop an hour away or a card shop an hour away? Be like, hey, Friday nights or Saturday nights, if you have nothing going on, can I promote a trade night here and people can set up tables, vendors, like a small local trade show, or even try to do
Yeah,
one in a church basement?
I never done the trade show thing. I was trying to get someone who is local here with us, about an hour away.
Mhm.
We were trying to get a con started for down this far south because nothing's down this far south.
Right.
And I do have a local store that it's about 45 minutes away. Very small store, but great products. And they do trade night once a month. So I try to hit there. So then I buy booster boxes and I hand out cards to all the kids. So I like
Oh,
last time I
okay.
bought two booster boxes and hand out all the cards to the kids.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hart
so I
says
try
she
to put
drives
my
about an hour away to go see her son. Why? Hopefully that gets a little closer for you, Hart.
yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Florida, though, what's your favorite animal that exists or doesn't exist?
Favorite animal.
Yeah, because Florida has some. You guys have some crazy animals out there. You have the
Yeah, we got some
iguana.
crazy. Yeah, the big
Yeah.
iguanas, they're huge.
Mhm.
Got the little lizards. They're
Yeah.
probably the only thing I really care for, truthfully, because they don't bother anything. They are not venomous. They got nothing that will kill you. That's like the only thing that won't kill you. Um, no, I don't have a really specific animal. I like them all. Like I'm more into the marine life. I
Okay.
always wanted to be a marine biologist. That was like my childhood dream, but never happened. Maybe a next life. But anything I would love to deal with like anything in the ocean. I want to go I like fishing and stuff, but like sharks, like that's on my bucket list to go in a cage to be with sharks and stuff in the
Yeah.
ocean. That's on my bucket list. So
Uh,
I have a drag with sharks. Like I like to learn more about those
well,
creatures.
you and Grumpy can go into the shark tank because I will not do it. Sharks, snakes, spiders. You won't see me anywhere near them.
Well, then
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't step in Florida.
uh, well, since you and your husband moved down to Florida, have either one of you decided to try your hand at hunting the iguanas or the pythons out there?
I tried to convince my husband to do the pythons, but he's scared to death of snakes. He absolutely hates snakes. And I was like, look, we could get like $300 a snake. And
Yeah.
like our governor gives out an award. It's like $10,000 for the biggest one caught. And I'm like, it's our backyard. Like we can just go
Yeah.
out there and let's go. I'm like, I just need the strength. I don't have the strength to hold them, but I'll help you.
Yeah,
But
because
he's
well, once they're dead, they're pretty easy. But
yeah,
the python, it's such an invasive. In the
it is.
iguana too, they're both
Yes,
major invasive
that's it.
species for Florida.
And
Uh,
they're killing our Everglades. Our Everglades are just, it's so sad, and it's killing all the other, the
the
normal
wildlife out
animals,
there. Yeah,
wildlife out there. Yeah. And it's like to the point that it is true, like the pythons are learning how to climb trees to get to birds now because
yeah,
they ate everything around. There's no wildlife anymore really in the Everglades, and even gators are up to the python, and the pythons are eating small gators and stuff. So
yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
Like if they're full grown gators, they're good. But when the
Yeah,
little babies, they have competition.
they
And
do.
gators only lay. They have what 4 or 5 babies at a
Not many.
time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
and
many.
then but the pythons, I
Python's
think.
got like 100. It's like
Yeah,
crazy. It's like insane nest.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize snakes could get ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I didn't know either. Thanks,
Yeah.
Grumpy. That's such a weird fact that you know. I can't be mad at that though. I know some really odd facts too for some reason. Uh, so, how is you just recently started whatnot? How and you've done so far just one stream still?
One stream. That's all I'm gonna
Okay,
do like once a week. That's it.
once a
Just a
week.
Saturday. Yeah, I'm
Well,
not going crazy.
when I was in your chat the other night, I already said it's a cess. I think it's a cesspool. I won't be in it. I do
Yeah,
wish you
no, I
luck though.
understand.
Yeah,
No,
I
thank
do.
you. Thank you. No,
Yeah.
I understand everyone's difference on that.
Mhm.
And it's not, I'm not trying to first say go to the whatnot side because I love YouTube. The reason I decided to do whatnot is that I wanted to try to get people, because I know whatnot is they get ripped. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
throw any, they gouge people. There's people on there
Oh,
that
for sure.
gouges, and there's people on there that don't want you on their streams because they're not buying. And trust me, I
Mm.
stay on their streams just to pee them off. But I don't like to be
Yeah. If
like
you're,
that. Like I'm like you, I want to be truthful to the people on whatnot, and I want to
yeah,
try to get them to come to the YouTube side and see that look,
Gassy's
hacks
over here
are,
trying to poach people, guys.
I am probably going to get kicked off of whatnot anyway because I give away more than I even sell. But I'm like, I just want them to know that we do got rip and ships on YouTube.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we are a tight community, and we do try to explain to people different things and try to educate them. And part of the education is don't get gypped. This is what this card is worth. This is what this pack's worth. Like,
Yes.
don't get ripped off by the people on whatnot, or was it drip? I don't know. I never got onto
Yeah.
drip, but drip as well. I've heard bad things about drip. And I'm just trying to get people over onto the platform here on YouTube because I'm new to the YouTube channel. And I'm trying to do rip and ships, and I know I'm new, and I know my people on my channel, they just like me to watch me open cards. Well, that costs us a little bit. So even if I can get a little couple dollars here and there to help me, I feel a little better, but I'm not gouging people and whatnot. Like my pack
Yeah.
started at $5 for a Silver Tempest pack. And that's all
Which
they
is,
went for, really.
yeah.
$5 and $6. That's all they went for bidding. I was totally fine with it. And then at the end, they were bidding. 3 people were bidding because I had a slab that was a $50 slab, and I told them straight up, "This is a $50 slab. This is what I paid, $50. This is what it is. Anywhere, eBay, anywhere you go, it's $50."
Yeah.
And they bid it up to like $46, but they also got the booster pack too. And then if they guessed the energy correctly, they got 3 or 4 other booster packs with that, but they didn't guess it, sadly. But I mean, I tried to get everyone fair. I didn't want to.
You want to make sure they're getting their money's worth.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And I'm not that I've done sales my entire life.
Mm.
But it's like it's a bitter thing because I don't mind doing sales, but I won't sell you something if I don't believe it. Or I won't upcharge you and upsell you because that's not right. And so I was always getting yelled at because I wouldn't sell to someone something. And I'm like, they don't need it. Why would I put them in that predicament and have them have a harsher thing?
Yeah, right. I was a buyer on the drip side, and
Okay.
I was there when I'm not there anymore because like all the whatnot streamers who were getting banned off whatnot were going over to drip. But I was there in the beginning of drip when it was just Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and sports cards. But
Oh,
now it's shoes, comics,
so it's
Funkos.
like whatnot.
Yeah, now it's really like whatnot. Um, and in the beginning, yeah, it was a lot like that. Like people, there was just a bunch of small people. Like the biggest stream was maybe 20 people, and it was all about like, yeah, this is what I got, this is what I do. And for the most part, it was sometimes it would be other rip and shippers getting involved. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'm gonna buy that for my own personal collection, or I'm gonna buy this for my shop because I think I like my local shop. I think I know some guys that would want it.
Right.
Um, but now on drip, the reason why I got off, it's the rip and shippers were they're starting to become like gatekeepers, and then others were going to other people's streams. Like, man, they're trying to like they must have been friends because they're like, oh, they're hyping up the prices. Like, you should be charging more. You should be charging more. Oh, that's not
Wow.
worth that much. And they're trying to call each other scammers and stuff. It was really unfortunate where it was going, and I was like,
Right.
I don't want to be here anymore. It's not fun because for a
Yeah.
while drip was like, hey, I don't care if you buy anything or not, like, hey, hang out in the chat. I like it was just like YouTube, eyes are eyes. But now it's
Yeah.
just like, hey, if
Exactly.
you're not buying anything, get out. I'm like, all right, I'm out then. But
Right.
and
Yeah. I
yeah,
hate that. I hate that when people say that. It's like, oh my God.
like
Like,
how do I know if I like you might have something I want? Like,
right.
yeah,
And
but no,
yeah.
you told me to leave, so I'm out.
Right.
But I really do wish you the best. I don't want anyone to fail that has good intentions. I hope no one tries to come to your stream and gatekeep it and tell you need to be charging more because you're ruining it for everybody else. Then go fuck themselves if it gets to that point. Um,
Exactly. I wouldn't take it for heart. Trust me. I
yeah,
don't I get a lot of hate mail still to I well, it's not it's calmed down since my beginnings. My beginnings were rough with hate mail.
for whatnot.
YouTube.
Really, I've never got
Yes.
hate mail yet.
Yes.
I've been doing this since 2020. I've never got hate. I got like
Oh
shitty
well.
comments every now and then, but I've never had someone email me and tell me I should stop.
Yeah,
What
no,
are
I had people like Instagram me or chat on me and said, "Stop! You need to stop now. You're don't know anything and this and that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, keep going up because you're keeping my tick going." Okay,
yeah,
kept liking. Say thank you
that
for watching.
that's insane. What
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's like some young guys or
probably.
someone, yeah. Because that's all
Yeah.
like I've talked to one other person that said they got hate mail and it might be a coincidence, but it was another female. So it's like, why gatekeep? Why can't we just allow everyone in? If you're new to the
Oh yeah.
community, screw it. Come on in. We were talking about this on
Right.
Jay's podcast last night. Eyes
Yeah.
are eyes. If you bring in your kids come in like, hey, that's a good memory for them. It's a good memory for you. And then
Hmm.
Pokemon, then if they don't want it, they can sell it to somebody else. It's I don't understand why. Oh, you pronounce that name wrong. You're not a real fan. It's like, well,
That's also yeah.
go kick rocks, kid.
Yeah.
Uh, Grumpy, I could never sell on drip or whatnot. I don't like being on the spot like that. I buy.
Oh
He does buy plenty. It's
yeah. No.
definitely.
That's,
I agree, Grumpy. There's definitely a lot of misogyny going around the Pokemon community right now, and you know what? We Grumpy and I've talked about this in our own personal text thread. It's within the female community. It's either you show off your titties in a card and you're good to go, or you don't and you fail.
I agree.
And we were talking about like how one creator in the beginning of her thing was very friendly to him, and then all of a sudden she stopped responding to him and only started responding to the thirst trap guys who are like, oh, you're so beautiful, like because they want the attention, or they're talking to people who have way more followers to get their followers. I hate like you do you, but at the end of the day, that shouldn't be your selling point for anybody. Like,
No, agree.
but it might be a little bit of jealousy coming on my part because like I said, I've been doing it for 2-3 years. I got under 1,000 on YouTube and on Instagram, but then someone else comes in like, hey, 1,000. I'm like, you suck. But hey,
I feel the same way because I'm not like that. I don't
yeah.
show my body per se. I might wear a tank top, but it's because it's hot.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm, want to show. I don't do that. I've never ever done that, and
But
I want people to like me for me. Like, this is me, and this is what you're going to get. If you don't like it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
not gonna
can't be
like
mad that they're playing the game. They're playing the game better than I can, and
right.
Yeah,
but then it gets a bad rep for females per se, because then
because then there are people. Then you get the people like the people trying to tell you, hey, you should stop, but you wear a tank top one time, like, never mind, you're good. Hold on, let's back up a little bit. What gives, bro?
Yeah.
Hart says, I don't like shipping. Oh, okay. I'm assuming you.
Oh yeah, that whatnot shipping. I ain't gonna lie. That stuff is. I found out. I feel like no, it's not pain. Like, it's easy on my end, but I've shipped so much because I have an eBay account. I got my own personal website, and I'm not gonna lie though. I'm probably gonna get bashed for this too. But whatnot, we did our thing, and the weight is not where it's supposed to be. And I'm like, these people have paid for this weight. Like, why? And so I threw some extra cards in for people. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what the people on Drip started doing for me too. I noticed it was like, hey, you sent me a lot more cards. They're like, yeah, because they're charging you this much for weight. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. And
I don't think they know.
Yeah.
No one's doesn't say, and they don't tell me how much they're paying for it. They just say ounces, and I'm like, this is nowhere close to those ounces.
Busman Code TCG saying hello to you. Heart.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, selling isn't her strong suit. Why am I showing off my titties? I saw that comment. Did it get deleted? There's a huge turn. That's a huge turnout for me. Yeah. Because I sell on Macari, but I don't sell Pokemons. It's usually like Funkos or other stuff for collectibles I have that I need to get rid of. I have to pre-weigh everything myself, and then they give me like a FedEx thing or something. But the shipping, I don't know what it is on Whatnot, but on Drip, it used to be if you spend a certain amount, it's free, or it was free shipping in general, no matter what. Then they turned it into $5 shipping automatically, and then you could stack it. You could stack your product together, and it could also be one package. This is the thing that made me upset about Drip is every purchase was a $5 shipping fee. So I could bid multiple times and get 5 different items, but then I get charged $5 per shipping fee, and it's still all in one package.
Yeah, and Whatnot, I think it's like $4 or $5, and then after the second one is 50 cents on top or something like that. But still, the ounces, I don't know what they actually pay. They don't show me that. They just show me what they're paid in ounces, and I'm like, this isn't right with ounces. I know what a booster pack weighs.
I was about to say you're good in ounces just because you're in Florida and you got to weigh out the meth, you got to weigh out the coke, you got to weigh out the weed. This week's nerd stuff just joining in. I'm doing great. Nerd stuff. Lauren,
hi, nerd stuff. Yeah, hi. This week's nerd stuff. Yeah, hi.
Don't forget, guys. Go sub to Ghastly. Great content over there. Live streaming very often. Every once in a while, you'll get some pre-recorded content. And if you're a Whatnot buyer, go to Whatnot. I don't have her link on hand at the moment, but I'm sure she does somewhere on her socials. So all her socials will be in the description. It's Instagram and YouTube, and she'll have all. Hopefully, if she doesn't, go harass her nicely. Dickheads.
Yeah, I would normally have it on Instagram. And yeah, it's all the same. It's Ghastly Grabs. It's the same photo. I keep everything uniforms throughout.
I do too. I don't understand why some people have a different profile for each one, because then it's like, well, I don't know if you're the real deal anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, like even I got to the point where even when I'm downloading a really crappy game for my son and I have to put in a username, I just use Gonzo. And now it's to the point where my son thinks that's his nickname. So I'm like, great. We'll join the military, kid. Your name will automatically be Gonzo. Because my username is 026 is Raichu's Dex entry. Then Gonzo is the nickname that I gained in the military because every Gonzalez is a Gonzo automatically. And then every Martinez is a Marty. So, but we all know, like, everyone knows who you're talking to, though, even if there's 5 in a row. LMAO Gonzo Jr. I call him either Man Cub or I call him Five. Bust move. I thank you for subscribing, my friend. I think that's the subscribing. The alert box didn't show up all the way on my side.
Nope, I didn't see anything pop up. There was no heart attack this time.
Yeah, I heard it. Then I saw kind of the logo, but I don't know where it went after that. Or it was a donation. I don't know. That nothing's working on my side. Well, it's not working all the way, I should say. I love Ghastly Grabs content and just subscribe to you. Yeah, it was a subscription. I'm a competitive player in Florida. You. That's awesome.
Oh, yes. I know who it is.
Okay. That's awesome. I used to play competitively when I was younger. I fell out on the competitive scene when I joined the military, and I just didn't have time to play anymore.
I'm learning. And Bus is like, he knows I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. I never played the actual card game. I mean, when I was in 99, I just collected the cards like everyone else. Didn't really get into the actual card game. I have all the Pokemon games on N64, which I still have. And
awesome.
Yeah. And so I'm learning now how to play the cards. So I have a Sabrina's deck. I decided to just go old school because the new stuff is just a little more extreme for me. And so I was like, let me get a Sabrina's deck. And then Kenny, my husband, has a Giovanni's deck. So we sometimes have chances to battle. Very seldom with two kids and working and everything. But we tried to do that. And then I try to play some video games, but my kids take over.
No, I have so many video games for Pokemon that it's not even funny. I have my yellow version, I have my blue, red, then I have games all the way in between. I never stopped playing the games. Like even when I was deployed, that's when X and Y came out, and I had my wife send it out to the middle of the ocean just so I can play them.
Oh,
yeah. Good thing she likes me, because apparently that it wasn't cheap to send out care packages, but she did it once a month, which is nice. Wow. Yeah, you can really see who's the loved one in the family, because there's people who got care packages like me once a month, like clockwork. Got something. This one kid on my ship, I felt so bad that I told my wife, I'm like, hey, don't send me anything. Send it to this guy. She was like, why? I was like, he hasn't gotten shit on this whole week. We were on deployment for 9 months. He didn't get anything until month 8, where I told her to send something out to him.
Oh,
and he started so sweet of him. Yeah, he started crying. I'm like, don't cry. Like, come on, guy. Like, I felt really bad for him. So she sent him some stuff. He cried. And then she found out what kind of guy he was, and she's like, I wouldn't have sent him shit. Because this might be a story I might save for the Gonzo After Dark podcast with Jay on Sunday. But he tried to get at least 3 prostitutes on the ship because he fell in love to bring him back to America so he can get a green card. Hey, Bus, I wish you good luck.
There we go, Jay.
My favorite is still the original Japanese green version. Can't understand any of it. I wouldn't be able to understand it either. Letting it all out. Yeah. Oh man, I have so many stories about that kid. It's not even funny. Well, it's funny to me because I was there. But like, if he ever watched any of this, he'd probably unsub real quick.
Oh my gosh!
Like we're okay friends, but we still talk every once in a while. But he would not appreciate me telling these stories on the internet for the potential for his wife to hear. Yeah. Jay, if you're still in the chat, don't forget to let me tell you the story about how he almost got me killed in Singapore. You're gonna want to hear that one. Yeah, that's a real story.
I'm gonna have to stay. I gotta go on Jay's podcast.
Oh no,
when you get on.
This one will be on my channel on.
Your channel
on Sunday. Yeah, because before we started his podcast last night.
Yeah.
I told him, he was like, man, he was like, because I was surprised that I told one Djibouti story of the country, not an actual booty. And it just became a massive meme in the chat for his channel. And I was telling him one more. I was like, hey, I'll tell you a story that I can't tell on YouTube because it might get you demonetized. And he was dying. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not monetized yet. Bring it on over to my channel. We'll share raunchy stories all day. I got tons.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Reminds me of my first 2 wives. Damn, B-pop. That's brutal. I dig it.
Yeah.
They probably were your if they were Filipino and Singaporean, they might have been your ex-wives. Closest I came to competitive play is playing PC. There we go, nerd stuff. Let's get back into the
Yes.
decent. Yeah, I want to get back into competitive too, but I want to get onto the VGC side. I want to get on the video game side of it. I don't have the patience to build the deck, and then if I don't pull the cards I need in packs, buying them just seems like it would be a hassle. And depending on the card, they could be anywhere from a couple bucks to 20 to 30, and you might need multiple.
That's right. Yeah, it gets very expensive very quick, and just the hunt for them.
Yeah. Are you teaching your kids how to play too, or is it just you and the husband trying to play?
Just me and my husband right now. The kids are just a little young. I want to wait a little bit when they can understand a little more, but they do watch us play.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's a good way, because then they can just start mirroring it. All they have to really do is learn how to read. Well, I don't know if they can read or not yet.
No, not yet. They're learning. Yeah.
My son is 7. My oldest is 7, so he's slowly learning how to read. He's sounding everything out. And the other one, he can't even stand up yet. But in his defense, he's not even a year old.
Oh, yeah. But yeah.
I like him. I'll keep him.
For now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If y'all ever decide to interview competitive players, I would be more than willing to volunteer myself for it. I've got a great grasp of the meta. I played in 3 regionals this season. I got you. I will be more than happy to have you on. Just email me and we'll set something up.
There we go.
Heard the regional in Hartford for the video game was crazy. Might need to study up a bit. Yeah, and that's the thing with just like the TCG side, on the VGC side, it changes so rapidly because people watch what's going on in competitive for one tournament, and then people are automatically like, okay, how can I beat this guy who won this tournament? And so it's very cool. It's very awesome to see how quick people come up with teams that could beat a deck that just won a massive tournament. And this year, Worlds is in Japan, so I think it's the first time it's been Japan in over 10 years. So that's exciting for those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got both CalRX decks to learn to play with my boy. That's awesome, B-Pop. I hope hopefully you guys pick it up a lot easier than I can with the modern ways to play.
Yeah, the modern ways. Whew, there's a lot.
Yeah. When I first started collecting again after I got out of the Navy, I was like, oh, maybe I'll start playing again. And then I was like, I don't know what to do anymore. Because when I stopped playing was, I think it was the original EX series when I stopped playing.
Okay,
so
wow.
That was maybe 2014, 15 is when I stopped playing.
Okay.
Yeah. But then that, I have a blast playing it. But I do like the video game side a little better. It's a lot more fast paced for me.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Besides Pokemon, is there anything else that you're collecting for yourself that it's yours and yours only?
Yeah. If anyone's seen my videos, I got a whole shoe wall, like literally a whole wall of shoes.
Are you talking like high heels,
Nikes,
slides, Nikes? Okay.
Nikes.
Oh, so you and Jay will probably have a whole podcast dedicated to shoes one day.
Maybe. I gave Jay a Lakers hat too, so I've been starting collecting hats as well. But I have a lot more shoes.
I have at least 3 hats in each room in my house. I have like 4 hats in my car.
Oh wow.
Grumpy has 22 pairs of LeBrons. I don't.
Woo.
Yeah. Jay was on my podcast. We did talk about his extensive shoe collection and how he wore Shaqs growing up. Where is he? You better be in the chat after that comment. Come on, get in the chat. I dare you. I don't care for shoes. To be honest, I'm more of a sandals guy. But I think the most expensive pair of shoes I've ever owned were like a pair of very nice like leather dress shoes, and I think I had to get them because of the when I worked at the casino, I was a supervisor and I had to wear a suit. So I was like, I'm gonna get some comfortable shoes if I got to walk around for 10 hours in a suit. Yeah. I wore some Shaqs. Hey man, I don't know any broke kid that didn't wear Shaqs going to Kmart. Ooh, what is your favorite pair of shoes? That's a good question, Grumpy.
I have from Air Force Ones to LeBrons and to Jordans is basically where I go from, but it's my Jordans. I like the high top Jordans. They're the most comfortable, and then anything high. I like the high shoes.
I hate high tops. I think the highest my shoes got were the Osiris D3s in high school.
Oh,
yeah. We're the same age, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. They were like, they're this fat for no reason.
No reason. I had pairs of those too when I was in high school. Yep, I knew exactly. Oh wow, that brings back memories.
My favorite Jordans are the 4s. I don't know what that means. I do like the ones. So is there an Air Force 4? Is that what he means?
The Jordans 4s, if I'm correct. It's just the name of the Jordans. It's like they're two-toned. It's so hard to explain them because it's like I know what they look like. I just don't know what how to explain. Like they got like I don't want to say a bungee cord, but I know it's got like an opening. I've been looking at them before. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like shoelace per se.
Yeah.
But I have not got any 4s yet, and I would like those 4s. Yeah, I knew exactly what he was looking at because they're the ones I want. The black, and my husband had to show me. I'm like, they're exactly what I've been asking for. Black and yellows. Like I want black and yellow 4s.
Well, hi there, Mr. Gasly. We'll see you soon.
Mr. Gasly, he said hi.
My preference for sandals is because I didn't like wearing sandals growing up. It became a Navy thing for the sandals because I got fat and I didn't want to put on shoes anymore, and I got lazy because you got to wear boots all day. And
I can only imagine lacing them things.
Just let me slide into these and going and it became a force of habit where anywhere I went, I was wearing sandals because I'm not stepping in any bathroom or gym barefoot. If any of my like hardcore gym guys or my vets, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about with shower shoes. But now I just wear sandals now just because it's this is gonna sound bad, but I've been sober for a couple years now, but it used to be because some sandals that I bought had the bottle openers in them. So it's just like, oh, I can't open my beer. Bam, done. But I don't have any of those anymore. I like my sandals now. They're comfortable.
Well, that's good. Well, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah. It's a
big accomplishment.
Oh, you have no idea. I miss it. I am not one of those alcoholics that are like, I'm good. It's been a couple years. Not me. I'm like, oh, that looks good. What's in there? Tequila, rum, screwdriver. Good choice. Very bold. And then all of a sudden, all these I call them girly drinks because I just grew up in the 90s. So anything that comes in a can with a little bit of fruit, was it the White Claws? All those started coming out when I started getting sober. I'm like, those look good. I don't care that they're made for a Grumpy in his purse. I want them. They smoke, like my family drinks them around me. I am much better though, to the point where like I can handle people drinking around me. But for a while, I cannot be at parties and have someone drinking a beer. I'm like, yeah, I want that. I'll fight you for it. Yeah. Let's see what else is in the chat. Just sub to you two. Already had you sub, Ghastly.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank
thanks,
you this
nerd.
week.
Awesome stuff. I wear Skechers for memory foam slip-on shoes. They're a lifesaver as I'm a diabetic. I wear a $150 pair of Jordans in high school. Now most I pay. I think I've worn those memory Sketcher foam shoes like once or twice. They are very comfortable. LMAO, my preference for sandals. Man, fight me, Grumpy. Rec room shoes, buy one pair, get one half off.
Half off.
Do sandals really save you in the shower on a ship? Yes. Yes, they do. Because they're just like in a gym, there's sweat, there's blood, there's all kinds of stuff in there. We don't clean the bathroom as much as you think we do. And then for the ladies and children, cover your ears. We call them shower babies for a reason. You don't want to step in that. You're alone by yourself for 9 months. You got to handle business. Not gonna lie, Mountain Dew Harder's really good. It's basically a soda. Mountain Dew makes hard seltzers now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Yeah, congrats on
I don't
saying
like
sober, but a bottle opener sounds like a brilliant idea. Yeah, I do have a bottle opener now on my keychain, but it's mostly for like Mexican sodas and glass sodas now.
Oh yeah, Ojitos and all. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those are so good. My favorite's fruit punch. What's your favorite flavor?
I do the tangerine.
That one's good. Then, I do like it.
Yeah.
Hey, fella Chris, how you doing? Yeah, the tangerine one's good. I like the fruit punch and the lime ones.
Okay.
Those are my favorite.
I gotta try those. Yeah. I've tried oh my gosh, what's the brown one called? I forgot. I'm not Hispanic. That's it. I'm not Hispanic, but I'm
only
eat
half
and drink everything. I eat it. Everyone says that. They're like, you should be Hispanic because you eat more than what, because I have friends that literally are from Mexico and all, and they're like, my kids don't eat what you eat and your kids eat. I'm like, nah, man, I don't know. You guys got good food.
You give me you give me a bunch of candy that could be potentially covered in lead. I'm about it. Yeah. But if you are a drinker, I don't know if you're a heavy drinker or not. The Hornitos lime is really good with tequila. The fruit punch is good with rum, and the tangerine one is really good with like the cream, like the vanilla cream vodkas, the flavored vodkas.
Oh yes, the flavored vodkas. Okay.
Yeah. Even though I don't drink anymore, I still remember what I like. Everybody's saying hello.
The Doritos that come from Mexico.
Yeah, they taste better.
They taste a lot better. I don't like American Doritos. I call them American Doritos because I don't really like them at all.
Oh,
but the Mexican ones, I gotta get them.
Jay doesn't drink anymore either. Yeah,
I say that's a lie, Jay. Unless that cup doesn't have tequila in it, but the last one.
He stopped drinking 12 hours ago. It's hard.
Right. Right.
He was taking shots on the podcast last night.
I thought I saw him. As I said, that glass wasn't no tequila in
it. But Joey's broke. He's been drinking too much because of OTB, so he had to get some Jose. He didn't get any of the good stuff.
I saw that podcast too.
Yeah. That was a brute. Like, don't get. I love OTB, but I'm not gonna lie. When I was like that one, it didn't. Well, I guess it is a triggering thing for me. I'm like, I hate seeing people that drunk now. Because it makes me think like, wow, was I really that bad? But he wasn't bad. But I it's just one of those things from like, I gotta back up a little bit because I
was laughing a little bit though.
I was laughing too, but at the same time, there's a part of me.
He left.
Yeah, I was like, he's gonna feel it.
When he left for that long period of time, I'm like, his wife better go check on him. Jay, stop talking to her. She needs to go check on him. That's been a long time without being on the camera and all.
I remember I was working at a grocery store, and this isn't even at my peak. This is just me when I was having fun. I was working at a grocery store before the Navy, and I was working nights. And we have one bar out here that would open at 6 a.m. at sunrise, and we go over there. And me and a couple of the guys that were old enough to drink would go to this bar, and we were having a good time. We're drinking, and there's this homeless dude next to me. And I'm just letting him talk whatever he wants to talk. And then my buddy, he was like, hey, you want to do some shots? I'm like, absolutely. I shouldn't have been doing shots. And the homeless guy goes, what are we getting shots of? I was like, mind your damn business. And then my buddy's like, be nice, Jack Daniels. And the homeless dude goes, you don't want to give me Jack Daniels. And he was a little dude. He was like 5'4", like 100 pounds if he was lucky. His dog was probably chained out outside. And he's like, you don't want me to drink Jack Daniels. When I do, I become 6'7". And he did this and Superman. And so I stopped. I looked at the bartender. I was like, we want doubles. And so does he. Because I was like, don't fucking challenge me to a good time. He took the double shot of Jack Daniels, and like a half hour later, he's walking around the bar like this, and he's bumping into people like you would see in these TikTok videos. And my buddy was like, "You creating a monster." I'm like, I'm okay with this. I took another shot, and then all of a sudden, he's fucking trying to fight me. I'm like, okay, I buy you a shot. You want to fight? Let's fight. And I was like, oh, he beat my ass. I'm not gonna lie. He had that homeless dude strength, and I had that like I'm a cocky 21-year-old strength. Just got off work. He was not lying. He was hammered. My buddy recorded the whole thing on the shitty flip phones you had at the time.
Right.
He was Jay. He was fine. Let's hope. Yeah, I have to rewatch the end of the podcast. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like OTB had a good time. He popped into Jay's podcast and streams throughout the week, so he's good. Hope, yeah, maybe we'll see. How I don't know where to go from there. If is there people that you are watching on YouTube right now that you not want to emulate, but like you kind of look after for ideas that you might want to turn around with and maybe put your own twist on things?
Well, truthfully, the only ones I watch is Jay and Ian and Ian. That's the only two I really actually watch. That's who I look up to. Like Jay knows, I've told him repeatedly in my like craziness, but no, it's true that he's the one who made me think to go into YouTube, even though we never met before or talked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
His way.
And I kind of wanted to bring it up on this podcast last night, but I also didn't want a bunch of people to flood them with DMs because we were talking. One of the questions that someone asked was, "What made you get into everything?" and how did you guys become streamers and all this stuff? And my answer was very different from everyone else because I didn't start off doing TCG. I started doing the video game content with my channel. So I was watching YouTubers like A Drive, M&J TV, Original 151. They all did video game content. But I also was saying, like, with Jay, though, you can tell that he's more than willing to talk to people because he's very, very into the chat. Like even with this one. And it got to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm going to not slide into his DMs. And I was like, hey, awesome stream. I'm going to start sharing his stuff in my stories. And it got to the point where, okay, I am friendly enough. Let me talk to him like he is a friend. And then it got to the point where we invited each other on the channels at this point. So in my eyes, that's really all you have to do is be involved in the community, and it will the bonds will form naturally. But if you're just like, I've seen it in my channel once. Someone's like, oh, you did a great stream. And then you get into my DMs. I want to, and he wanted to do a collaboration, but he didn't want to do this podcast. He wanted to do a pack battle and stuff. Like, that's fine. But like, I need to know chemistry first before we get something going on like that. But for something like this, I don't mind because I want to get to know people. So this is what I do. But a pack battle, and because I need to feel how you do in a content format, because that's what we're selling. We're selling personalities, and Jay has one of the best personalities on the platform by far.
I agree.
Yeah, I miss Razor flip phones.
I never owned one.
I miss Nokias. You
that's what I had. I had a Nokia.
Yeah, you can play Snake, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah. You can build a house with it. Fella Chris just subs. Awesome. You're bringing him over.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
He just subbed to Joey. That's what he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of Joey, what's up to Joey, guys? If you haven't already, he's a rip and chipper, but he's never failed me. He won't
Nope.
fail you guys either.
No, great guy.
Yeah. Is there anything that you're working on now that's not on YouTube? Like you talked about on yours that you do a lot of donation stuff and give stuff to kids. Is there any more details about that? Is it just local, or are you trying to expand that at all?
I'm trying to expand that. So I went locally. That's what started this all.
Mm-hmm.
I have no experience on YouTube. I have no experience on computers, nothing. I one day went to a Walmart. It was a family. It was a mother, father, and son. And the son kept asking for a Pikachu stuffed animal.
Yeah.
And my kids love Pokemon. That's what got me back into it was the kids. And so I went and bought this Pokemon stuffed animal because they kept telling them no, that they didn't have the money for extra things, because how everything's been so hard. And it was right after the hurricane.
Okay.
So I was like, went and bought the stuffed animal and I gave my kids it to give to the little boy. And they were so happy. The boy was so thrilled. And that started it all. So we went to parks and gave away toys and booster packs. I set up at a local cards shop that was still about 45 minutes away, another one that's a little bit different way. And set up in their parking lot. They let me set up in their parking lot. And I did give away booster packs that whoever came to the store would be like, hey, can I open up a booster pack for free? Go ahead. And
Yeah.
I would give them away. And then Scarlet and Violet, actually it was before that though, but the Scarlet and Violet was released when the video game was released. GameStop let me set up in their parking lot. And
Oh,
we
cool,
did that
cool.
an hour before the release. And we did like 50 Vivid Voltage packs we gave away. We did like a raffle for all these toys. And then I gave away even other packs. I can't remember what it was, but like some tins and stuff like that as well. But yeah, they were having a blast. And I mean, they were adults, but they were young adults. They were like in their 20s, but they had a blast, even with having toys and open up cards. And they allowed me just to film it for them. And that was literally my first YouTube film, was doing the Scarlet and Violet release.
That's
And then,
awesome though.
yeah. And then it just trickled down. And now I'm trying to expand. So I contact people on Instagram that is also on my YouTube page.
Mm.
And especially if they have kids and stuff, I try to support their kids because they open up packs. So in instance, there's someone named Professor Evie. And I called up the woman who made our logo. I said, can you go on her Instagram, get some ideas, send me pics on what you believe, like what to draw up to make her a playmat. And she did, and she drew a Professor Evie, like looking like a little girl, and had all the Evie evolutions around her. So I got that image. I sent the image to her mother. I bought a play mat for her, sent that play mat to her so that she had
Mm.
it when she opens up her cards on her Instagram. Everyone knew this is Professor Evie. Because she
That's
had a
awesome.
Gengar mat, even though Gengar was her favorite, but I wanted something to say, this is you. And
Yeah,
I wanted her to keep going. She's like 8 or 10 years old. And I'm like, keep going.
that's awesome.
Um, yeah, so I've been like expand there, and then I went on to another one because I go on like YouTube people and just try to figure out like ones that are trying to get on YouTube. YouTube's hard,
Mm.
so I want to support them. And there was Ballo and Balls. I always say it wrong. I forgot, but he has a father and son deal, and he's like
Mhm.
5-year-old son, and they do openings together. And I was like, let me send you a mystery box, and I sent his son a little Pikachu book bag because my son loves Pikachu.
Yeah.
And so he was super excited to buy stuff. So he got like a little book bag, got him a Pikachu binder, and I put 4 Pikachu cards that were like older in there for
Okay.
him to start his Pikachu collection, like mine Gengar collection and all I
Yeah.
have. So I wanted to keep up with that with the kids. So I'm trying to find another kid. So we're on the hunt for that. But my kids like to pick out too because they'll watch Instagram and TikTok and they'll be like,
Mm.
"Mommy, try to get this person," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. My
But
my
that's
son is very similar to that. He likes helping the other kids.
Mhm.
So one year or this year for like Christmas or a holiday or something like that, I don't remember. my wife and I made little goodie bags, and we put a bunch of older Pokemon cards. Or I didn't. I put some bulk cards in there because they're kids. They're only 6 or 7, and then I put in like I did put in some hollows, some V cards, and some stuff like even their parents might be one a part of. And one kid was like, "Oh, these are my first Pokemon cards ever." So I'm like, "Oh," and my son was like, "Oh, I open them all the time with my dad." I was like, "Don't rub it in his face." And
Right.
but ever since then, every time there's a reason to do a little goodie bag, we give them a bunch of cards. It is unfortunate though with one of the parents. He was like, "Oh, these are worth a fortune." I'm like, "Son of a bitch, come on, they're not for you, bro. Back up, stop
Right.
it." Yeah, they're for the kids. Uh,
Yeah.
Armando, hey, thank you for stopping by. Everybody, I did open the raffle for a giveaway. Exclamation point, take my stuff. I will close it at the end of the stream. So you will have time. I'm going to be giving away a handful of single cards and
Oh,
a
nice.
CGC 8.5 full art Faramosa. I will be giving all that stuff away at the end of the stream. Just to say thank you for stopping by and coming in. I appreciate all the support. Even if you come in for 5 minutes or for the whole time, I love it all. So
Right. Yes.
exclamation point, take my stuff to enter. But yeah, I kind of want to do the same thing. Not on that level because I don't have the funds for that at the moment. But a lot of my giveaways is like this. It's either to say thank you or a subscriber goal, or just
Right.
because I feel like giving something away. I very rarely ask for shipping. If it's overseas, I will.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't ask
Yeah,
for shipping, but I haven't done overseas yet. I haven't figured that part out yet. I
it
really
usually
want to though.
it's usually for me for some reason all the overseas people are the one who wins. I can't. Unfortunately, tonight if it's an overseas person, I will ask them to pay for shipping. The
Right.
last one that was in Germany, and the cheapest I
Oh.
found was $130 at the
Oh my
cheapest,
gosh.
and it was a package just as much as this. The same thing, and it was
Oh,
$130.
that's
Uh,
crazy.
I did no, that's a lie. I sent one to Canada, and that was like $50.
Oh
But
my gosh.
I don't use plain white envelopes. I always use at least mailers. But
That's
for
what I
some
do.
stuff like this, I gotta send it like not like this, but when I'm sending it overseas, I have to do a box. It just makes it feel more comfortable for me.
Oh yeah,
How
yeah.
do you ship out your items? Do you ever do plain white envelopes, or is it at least always a
Mm,
bubble mailer?
a bubble mailer. Like
Yeah.
I if I someone buys a slab for me, I put it in a bubble mailer, and then I
Mhm.
put it into another bubble mailer. So it's double bubble mailed. So yeah, same with cards. I always top load them, and then I might put some cardboard on top with, the penny sleeve top loader cardboard, or yeah,
Yeah.
bubblers. Like if it's a thick pack, I'll put it like in a whole plastic thing and have them in a bubbler on a bubbler.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no.
yeah. I
I
didn't
don't like that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make it look like I'm
Righteous.
not paying attention. I am. It's just for
No, you're fine.
I see the exclamation points going off, but not the tickets going off. So I'm gonna close it really
Ah,
quick, and I'm gonna see if I can fix it because I don't want to say I'm going to do a giveaway for you and not have it show up. That'd be rude.
welcome to
And
Streamlabs.
yeah,
It's
right.
great when it works, and when it doesn't, drives it crazy.
Yeah, these sons of a. And now it even won't let me edit the thing. Of course, pick a winner. No, I can't pick a winner if no one won. Let me see if let's see if the resume entries will let me do it. I think that's what it is. I closed it and it won't let me pick anything. At the end of the day, we'll figure it out. Put it to public because Streamlabs subscribers is actually members. Oh, awesome! That I did not know.
Nope. See, I love that. I love when
Yeah.
people help. We don't know it all.
Okay. Let me close it. Confirm. Okay. Edit. Hey, lets me edit.
Yay.
Confirm. Yeah, this is fun. I'm glad. Yeah, let's try this way, because there was no public way to do it. It just said regulars, so I wonder if that's what it meant.
Mm,
Well, we'll find out in a
yeah,
second.
I did my first raffle Friday. I just learned
So
that.
yeah, some minor technical difficulties. There, yeah. So this is my first time doing the commands for that or for
Hmm.
this, but I'm glad to see the commands for everything else is working.
Working.
Yeah. Oh,
There's someone that did
there's
it, so it
someone.
didn't work.
Tech, yeah. Technology
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
Close entries, resume, close.
Horrible at technology.
Let's go back. Edit. Yeah, because it says permission, regular subscribers, moderators. Yes, that's what we want. Use a timer. No, I don't need the timer for advanced. I think maybe that's what it is. I'll figure this out someday. And if it doesn't work out this way, we'll just do the wheel of names like we normally do. Luckily, there's only 12 of you guys in here, so it's not going to go too crazy. Sorry about all that, but so let's get back to to get to know you outside of Pokemon.
Yeah.
What do you do outside of Pokemon for fun? Video games, movies, anything like that?
So I don't get much time. I'm a stay-home mom, so
Mm-hmm.
my kids are always first with that and everything. And sports and stuff like that. But when it's me, before I even got into Pokemon, I do cakes.
Okay.
So yeah, I decorated like did 2 3 layer cakes and stuff like that. So that was my at one time my stress relief. And
Yeah.
now it's just so hard to get it back into it because of time. But I
Mm-hmm.
do my kids' birthdays, so you'll probably see a cake posted soon. My daughter's birthday's coming up in a couple weeks, and she wants an Eevee
Ooh.
Evolutions cake. So I am not going to do the whole Evolutions because that's way too many. Just
Yeah.
going to have to pick 3, and then we'll go from there. But I don't know how to go about it. But she's not actually having a birthday party, so it's just going to be a cake for her. Because I
Okay.
feel bad, but we have no one coming for her birthday, so
Is
we're
it on
like,
the
okay.
level of like spring baking championships on the Food Network?
I don't consider myself that great. But
Better
I
than
do
me.
all right. I do all right. So I mean, it's been a while since oh my God, it's been since my son's birthday in August, I believe. That I did
Mm.
his cake was my first carving cake ever. I made, if anyone knows or has kids, the Disney show Bluey.
Oh, I love Bluey.
Yes, I love Bluey too. It's actually a really good show.
If you don't like
And
Bluey, you go home and watch Bluey. It's
right,
amazing.
yeah, it's funny. And then if you want kids, this is what's going to happen. It's like
Yeah.
really true. So anyway, the cake that like I think Bingo had for his birthday was a duck cake,
Mm-hmm.
which came out to be a true cake back in 1980s in Australia. That was in one of their cookbooks. So Wyatt, my son, his name's Wyatt, and he wanted a duck cake done. And I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "I have to carve a cake. I've
Yeah.
never carved a duck." So I was up, I always up so late because by the time I get the kids down and all, I'm up like midnight, 1 o'clock, right before the birthday starts doing
Yeah.
cakes. And yeah, it turned out all right. I mean, other than it got decapitated on the way home, and he was so upset because it got melted from the heat and it just
Yeah.
decapitated. But I was like, "It's okay, buddy." But it
How
turned out pretty
did
well.
he turn 5, 6?
He just turned 5. Yeah, he'll
5.
be 6
Okay,
this year.
that's why he was like, no, the duck doesn't have a head.
Yeah,
But I
like
I
he was all
love
upset.
Bluey.
I'm like, it's fine.
I was
And
watching
yeah, and
Bluey
then
today.
right, yeah,
Such a good
no,
show.
it is a
Yeah.
good show. It's definitely it's a good kid show. And yeah, my daughter's turning 7. And
Mm.
so last year her birthday cake was she wanted a 2-tier. Well, she wanted 3 tiers, and I'm like, no, you're getting 2 tiers. My if you've seen Leah on videos, She's the attention grabber. She's the drama queen. She needs everything's got to be focused on her. She wants all the attention.
She's the
She eats up
firstborn.
it
She
all.
has to.
Yeah. Yeah. She's going to be a streamer or an actress when she grows up. Absolutely. She wanted a tie-dye theme. So I did a tie-dye cake, and it was the first time I ever had to paint on a cake. Never painted on a cake before with food coloring, but it turned out good. And then we did tie-dye and stuff. But yeah. So this year's Eevee and Wyatt wants Pikachu. So
you're going to do another, you have to carve some cakes.
Or just stack cakes and figure out something, because I don't know about carving.
Is there not a bakery in your area that you can be like, hey, take my money and make this cake?
No, there probably is, but
that's like a $200-$300 cake if you're lucky.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, every bit of it. Absolutely. Yeah. Especially with the prices of groceries going up. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I just do it, and it takes me like 24 hours or so. I try to like separate it. So sometimes it takes up to 3 days to do the cake, but yeah.
I don't have the patience for something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of patience. It's a lot. That's why I kind of stopped it too, because I was trying to do a business aspect of it. And it's just, I was getting too stressed out. It wasn't fun anymore. People would like, they want the best of the best, but they want it cheap. And it's like,
that's not how this works.
It's not how it works. Yeah. You want what you get for your money. And I never upcharged anyone on any of that either, even though everything was homemade. Like I made the cake homemade, the icing's homemade. I never put like artificial stuff on my cake. Everything has got to be edible. So, I'm so against. The only thing that's not edible is the rods that are in there holding it, stabilizing it. But other than that,
I would hope not. Use pretzel sticks then.
Right. Yeah. Right. I hope. I don't know. The cake's pretty heavy. You'd be shocked on how 3 layers are extremely heavy.
So we had a 3-layer wedding cake. I know how heavy those things can get.
It's heavy. I had to do a 3-layer for a Christmas party 2 years ago, and I had 3 different flavors and 3 layers, and it was for my Kenny's Christmas party at work, and I was like, and he gave me literally like 3-day notice. I'm like, are you being serious now?
Tell him, hey, you better put on that pink apron because you got some work.
He did. He did. He helped. He helped as much as he could possibly do. He helped. But yes.
The only thing I do outside of Pokemon for like stress relieving is the tins that the cards come in, the Pokeball tins. I make those into candles.
I just saw that the other day on your Instagram saying that you had a bunch of them, and I was like,
I
never would have thought of doing that.
I don't remember because for a while I was just like, I'll sell empty ones on Mercari because people were buying them. And then all of a sudden my wife got into like, hey, I'm going to make some candles. All right, Hart, you have a good night. Well, I'll thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you subbed. Oh, you did sub to Ghastly. We already talked about this.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. Thank you for subbing to Ghastly. Thank you for stopping by. But my wife all of a sudden got into a kick of, I'm going to make candles. I'm like, okay, I don't care. And then all the supplies started coming in. I'm like, I got an idea, and I made one I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I made a bunch for the cardboard addicts for my guys. I'm like, hey, I'm making these. I'm gonna give them to you guys. Let me know what they're like. I'm gonna do a test run. And they weren't bad in the beginning, but for how big the surface area is, 1 wick in the middle is not enough. And then so I was like, all right, let me do 2. And then I started getting feedback from people that I was actually selling to at that time, like, yeah, you might want to put a 3rd one in, or like, hey, this scent sucks, or maybe you want a little more scent. So there's some scents that are disgusting.
Oh,
like bacon. You would think like, oh, bacon smells amazing. Fucking disgusting. It is nasty. It smells like the grease at the end of the day that you just left in the pan, and it just settles. What's up, Pokemon family? Hi from Red Blue. Hey, how you doing, Red Blue? Welcome in. Bacon smells disgusting. Banana has a very faint smell. It doesn't matter how much I put in there. It's very faint. Fresh cut grass is very good. I like it a lot. Cherry blossom and red cherry are both good. But the absolute favorite that everyone seems to love is churro.
Really?
Yeah, everyone loves the churro. It makes them think of Disneyland or Disney World, like right on Main Street. Yeah,
Right.
churros are the best seller. But now I gotta start putting 3 weeks in there. So, but it's fun. I like doing it. It's kind of it's not relaxing in the beginning because it's hot with all the melting wax and all that stuff. But once you start doing the colors and the
Right.
the scents, is like, okay, this is why I do it. But yeah, I started turning those into candles. I'm like, oh, now I don't have enough. But luckily, one of my local card shops were like, hey, we got some. Here's a box. I'm like, dope. Yep.
And those balls are trying to like kind of getting harder to find now too.
Yeah, no, because no one wants them. They just toss them.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a bunch of them.
I cook bacon in the Ninja air fryer. So do I. They're a lot easy. It's a lot easier to deal with at the end of the day for cleanup. But pan fry still tastes better.
Yeah, no, I do mine on like a George Foreman, but yes, or a grill. Just go outside and grill it.
Speaking of George Foreman, my wife didn't know this, but all of his children are named George or Georgina. Mm-hmm. That is insane. Yeah. My wife was like, "You're lying." I was like, "No, you know who's not lying?"
He's got like Google. 13 sons or something.
Yeah, and they're all named George.
George. Yeah,
I think he has 6 girls. All named Georgina.
I didn't know how many. Okay, I didn't know how many girls he had, but I knew the boys.
I know Google.
It's insane.
That's not what I meant. Children, come on! I can spell just as well as I can speak. Oh my god! I don't know why I'm having so much trouble.
He's like Nick Cannon from back in the day, like the old Nick Cannon.
Yes.
Kids after kids.
He has 9 children.
9, okay.
Yeah. Georgina. Georgina sounds like a Dragon Ball villain. Oh man. That's brutal. Like
that is. That poor kids. Those poor kids.
Yeah. They're all grown adults at this point. I think they're our age, or maybe even older.
Yeah, older, yeah.
But man,
because I know George Foreman's were huge back when we were growing up. Everyone, he
was all over the place. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think my dad had like 3 of them. One was for burgers, one was for chicken. And I was like, "Why do you need this many?" He's shut up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then they came out with the bun warmer, so you had to get the bun warmer.
Yeah, to get the bun warmer. Yeah. Then then they came out the ones with the grease trap because for some reason that wasn't a smart idea in the beginning. Yeah. But I've never cooked bacon on a George Foreman like that. I would never thought of that just because it
takes a while. But yeah, it takes a while. It's like you said though, pan is the best, but that grease is horrible.
My wife likes it when I cook them in the toaster oven just because it's like the air fryer, no cleanup, but it takes so like for our toaster oven, it's very small. And you can put like 5 or 6 strips in there at once, and it takes like a half hour just for those. I'm like, I don't want to. That takes like 3 hours just to cook all the bacon I need.
Right.
No, just let me throw it in the air fryer. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They can eat a pound of bacon easily.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the bacon trend as a whole, though. How do you feel about the bacon trend? You over it?
Yeah, I don't really actually use bacon that much anymore. I'm not crazy bacon. It might be for holiday. I'll cook some bacon up, but other than that, I can go without it. I can go without it on my hamburgers. It don't need to be bacon on them.
Is there a food trend that you are like never going to get over, or that where everyone else is sleeping on?
No, I don't know. I don't know with like, cause, I mean, I like tacos. That's what I do. Like I said, I get all tacos majority. I always cook my own fajitas. I cook all my meals. Yeah. Very rare do we go out because the closest restaurant's like 45 minutes away as well.
Jeez, that's so
just to get in town, it's 45 minutes. I'm lucky to have a grocery store 5 minutes away, but that was just built, and there's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So I normally I go to Sam's Club, which is 45 minutes out. But I go there on my way home from doing all my errands with the kids and stuff. So it works.
Then you need to make it to Card Party because we're having a taco pack battle.
I heard something about that on like a
Yeah.
Friday night or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday night, taco battle or pack battle. Loser buys all the tacos. We
I
yeah.
mean,
There's
that's
so
cool.
I think there's only 6 of us right now, so that should be fair for one. Well, depending on I don't know anyone's financial budgets, but one person might be able to handle all of it. If not, I don't mind if it's like the
Right.
last 2 to 3 people buy it. Just chip in whatever. But everyone agreed to it. So I'm like, hey, I'm in. So
That's
hopefully
pretty neat. Neat
hopefully I can
idea.
get my camera working with the lighting so I can make some kind of content out of that. Since it was my idea, I feel like I should.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that'd be cool to watch to
like,
see.
yeah, even just do like, hey, we're gonna eat some tacos and pull some Pokemon cards. Well,
There we go.
yeah. But I'm really excited for the people that I did get involved with that. Obviously, Jay's involved. Fella Chris, who was in the chat earlier, he's involved. And Opossum Bud, I don't know if you follow his content, but he's involved.
Okay.
Who else? Get You and Ricky. He was in the group chat. He was in the chat earlier. We're trying to convince him to go. And DigiSmithy TCG. He's an awesome. Like if you like shorts, he's really good at shorts. That's probably where a lot of his subs
Okay.
came from. And his content is very different from any pack openings that I've seen. He does the very quick, like, oh, I got nothing. Cool, let's go to the next one. Very, very simple, very easy stuff like that.
Okay.
KFC and Wingstop are my favorite place, says Bust Manco.
Plus.
They're okay. As far as like fried chicken goes, KFC is the place I go to. And then
Right.
Wingstop, there's so many wings places out here in San Diego. It's really hard to pick a favorite. But as far as like chain restaurants go for wings, Wingstop is the best one.
I've never been to a Wingstop.
I don't think they have any in Florida.
They do. They do. I just never been to one.
Oh.
Yeah, never been. I make my own wings.
So do I. I prefer to make my own wings.
Yeah.
Hey Harsh, how you doing tonight? Yeah. What's your go-to meal for the family night when no one's being a picky eater? Tacos.
No, actually, no. My kids, they're a little weird on tacos. My go-to meal is, it's hard because with 2 kids, they eat separately different things, but I can't, like, there's the one meal that I can think of off the top of my head that everyone loves, that I don't have to make 2 meals, is an Indian dish called chicken tikka masala. So I make chicken
it's really
tikka
good.
masala. Yeah.
Okay.
And my kids love it. And husband and I love it. So that's the only one I don't have to make 2 meals.
Yeah.
But I don't really normally make 2 meals. It's like, you don't eat this, then you eat cereal. Like, I'm sorry. I don't have time to make 2 meals, but
yeah.
Or eat mac and cheese or something, heat something up in the microwave. What is your go-to meal?
Well, it depends. If I'm cooking or ordering out, it's probably going to be pizza for either one. It's just what type of pizza. My son's very big on plain cheese, and then I'm big on extra cheese and pepperoni. My wife is a mushroom person. Mother-in-law is veggie, so it all depends on who's in the house and who wants what.
Right.
Well, the giveaway is not working, so we'll have to do a wheel of names, everybody.
Oh, someone loves chicken tikka masala. Harsh loves it.
Yeah, Harsh likes it. Speaking of Pokemon cards, I'll be going to a couple pre-releases this weekend for Paldea Evolved. Hey, good luck. Are you going to play in any of the tournaments, or are you just lucky enough where your local card shop just gives you some for coming in? Because I know in my area at least, the pre-releases, you have to enter the tournament to get any of that that stuff.
That's what I was told by some card stores as well.
Mm-hmm. I know in one of my friends' areas, it's because it's like the only trade shop or card shop in the area. They're just like, hey, you coming in for Pokemon? Yeah, here's some cards, because they say they're going to hold a tournament, but they don't get enough people to hold it, so they just give the cards away. because that's what they're there for. They give the cards away for free.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to know how that normally does work. Maybe I should go check out a pre-release. Excuse me, a pre-release, because I've never been to one, and maybe that would be a really good way for me to get back into the TCG format, playing it and checking it out.
Yeah.
I have before my friend's card shop went under, I was going to his all the time. I went to college with him. His sister, and I don't know if it's her husband or just baby daddy, but they opened up excuse me, they opened up their own card shop, and I commentated some of the shows and the tournaments, and it was fun. But at the end of the day, it's like, why do you guys want me to commentate when I don't know what's going on? Like, hey, you played a Mew, great. Oh, you knocked it out, that's cool. I have no idea why you just drew 7 cards, especially since I can't see it, because there's not unless I'm like standing directly above them, I can't see what's being played. So like, right. But I do love watching it on the live streams. Like this weekend, when it was up, I was watching it. It's really awesome to see. Couple card shops I'll be playing at, and then he'll buy extras himself. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. I think I already asked that. If your kids are playing, or if they're learning to play. Oh, that's what my question was. Harsh, that's awesome. Harsh, thank you so much for dropping a sub to Ghastly. She definitely deserves it.
Thank you.
Would you ever have your children on the channel for content, like just to open up some packs or something?
They have been.
Oh, they have. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't force them by any means.
Right.
So you won't see Wyatt as much. Wyatt is camera shy. I can't pronounce.
Okay.
Camera shy. He's very shy. But he loves opening packs.
Right.
So he'll like force himself here and there, but they might take turns. It's so hard to get them into my camera view, so you might just see their little hands for the most part. But Leah's always at it. We found out Leah has a gambling problem at 7, so we have to watch out for her, because she'll just keep going. She'll rip everything just to get a B card, and I'm like, no.
My son's the same way, but he's extremely lucky. When I do videos with my son, it's really rare, because my wife and I decided we don't want him on social media. So that's why there's not pictures of him on my Instagram or Facebook. Right. And if there's an emoji covering his face. But as far as video content goes, like for Father's Day or his birthday, he wanted to make a video. And so that would be the couple only times where I don't have my face cam on. It's just hands. But those videos are really fun to do, especially the chat loves it, or in the comment section loves it, because he'll either make up names, or he'll be like, "That's not a Charizard, out of my face." But he has the best luck I've ever seen in this house. Like, I'll open
Most
up.
Kids do.
Yeah, little bad. Like, there's one day me and him were opening off camera, and I let it slip. I was like, "You little fucking bastard." He goes, "What?" He was like, "What did I do?" I'm like, because it was the same, and it was crazy. It was one of those little $20 boxes, right? And he opened it up. I got nothing, back to back, no hollows, nothing. And he comes in and got 2 full arts, and one was an alt. I'm like, "You how why, you little yeah." Right. What's going on, Steven? How you doing tonight? You play 3 rounds with a pre-made deck you provided and 4 packs. After you play your 3 rounds, you get 3 extra packs. See, that's one format, but I know the shops out here, you have to use the pre-release build and battle decks that they provide. You have to build a deck out of those, and you have to use a minimum of, like, I want to say like 20 cards, but it's like a 40 card deck. It's not like a standard 60 card deck, but it's really weird. That's why I really want to check it out. My friend got 3rd place at Hartford Regionals. Oh, that's awesome. Did you go to those regionals too? Because I really would like to know how that experience was for you. And if you did go to regionals, just say that. And then the rest of the questions, if you come onto the podcast, if we make it work, we'll ask about it, because I know a lot of people like Ian with Ian will probably like to pick your brain. He's been playing a lot locally. I had a question for the both of you. Will you buy a single or buy a pack worth of the single? So it really does depend on the single for me. At the moment, I've been buying a lot of singles, but I do love the hunt. I too have a gambling problem. That's why I'm an alcoholic, because I like the feeling of the adrenaline you get from it. But it does really, at the end of the day, depend on the single I really want and if I'm getting it or not. Like any Raichu card I will buy as a single. It doesn't matter if I pulled it or not. But I guess it depends on the mood at the time. Harsh. I hope that answers your question. What about you, Gasly? You buying singles or you buying packs?
I buy singles. I buy a lot of singles. But I only buy singles in the Ghastly Evolution deal, the Gengars, the Hunters, and Gas. They're the singles I want. Now, when I was mastering my Pokemon Go set, I did finish off by buying singles because pulling them wasn't going to happen for like the last 6 cards. So I did buy them. And that was the hunt at the Collecticon Orlando. That was my hunt, was to finish my Pokemon Go. So that was pretty cool to do. But just when I go to local card stores, that is the hunt for me, is to look up any of the Gengar cards and all and try to hunt them down. But not on top of that, my majority of my hunts are for other subscribers. So I know certain people, they like I have certain subscribers that like the Charizard and Mew, and then I have ones that like Bulbasaur and Pinsir. So hunting cards for them, or if someone comes to me and says, hey, when you're at a bout, can you look for this card? And I will look for it and try to hunt it for them as well and send them out.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If someone gets, like, if they know I'm going to a show, they'll let me, like, hey, keep an eye out for this Pokemon or this specific card, and I'll Venmo you. I'm like, all right, cool. I can do that, no problem. For me, I am keeping an eye out for Raichu cards. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter if I have it or not, because then I can always grade them and then use them as trade fodder or as giveaway stuff. But for the most part, if I find something in a binder or in a box, if I want it, I'm gonna go for it. Because I really don't. If I like it, I like it. That's my whole format. That's the way I do it. Yes, you use the pre-made deck you provided. You're provided. Oh, okay, so it's kind of the same kind of format. I didn't go to this regional. I went to Charlotte in March and got 405th place out of 1,170. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a lot better than I would have got. I would have got 1,171. That's probably how bad I would have got. That's pretty good. Yeah, that is awesome. Welcome back, Dizzy. Glad to see you came back.
Hi, Dizzy.
Gasly hooked me up before. I appreciate you. Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Was it a card that he needed for his deck so he can get 404th place?
No, for him, he's the one with the Power Rangers. So I'm still, I have his comic, the comic I got him. In case when I go to Kansas, if there's any Rangers, I'm going to try to get them to sign. But he does have something coming in the mail. And there was also, I forgot what card. It was not the gold one, because I said I could send the gold card. I forgot what it was. I think it was out of Scarlet and Violet. I just can't remember which one it was. But I did send him a card that he needed for his deck. It was an actual card as well. And I'm still looking out for some cards. He actually asked me to look out some cards too, like a Nest Balls and stuff for his deck. So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Harsh, you can do that. It's ! Discord. It's a very simple command. Anyone in the chat can use any of the commands. Like Digi Smithy, welcome to the chat, man. Whoa, that's a hell of a backdrop. Speaking of Digi, hey Digi, ! Digi. Watch, it's cool because I like you. Digi's a really Digi and I actually have been friends for about a year now. And believe it or not, we didn't get to know each other because of Pokemon. We got to know each other because of Dungeons and Dragons. So we have a mutual friend who is hosting a Dungeons and Dragons little group, and he just happened to be in it. And then after maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, "Hey, can I post a video in the Discord?" And Digi was like, "Oh, I want to do that too." I'm like, "You're a Pokemon guy, me too." And yeah, he's an awesome. Yeah, he's really awesome. He's coming out to Card Party, so I can't wait to meet him again. He was out here in San Diego recently.
Okay.
Yeah, exclamation point Discord Harsh, if you want to shout that out. I am okay with that.
And that's the card for bus. That's right.
Yeah,
the Maridon.
I guess they hooked me up with the Maridon EX, the gold Maridon.
No, just the norm.
Yeah, because I pulled this last night on Jay's stream, and he was like, "You're cheating." I was like, "No, I just can't show off the cards on my camera because my camera sucks."
I watched.
Yeah,
it was. You kept saying you were cheating. Like,
no, not tonight. I tried to play D&D once, but I never understood it. And that's okay. It's not for everybody, and a lot of people do think it's very hard to get control of. I tried to meet up with them, but my stomach was killing me, so I left like in 5 minutes. Yeah, he was not feeling good that day when I met up with Digi. Yeah, but hopefully that's not the same when you come out to Card Party. I'm building up my Lugia deck with gold. Gold. I completely forgot what I was going to ask because I was like, oh, let me get in the chat. Let's see what's going on over there. What? No, were we talking about the children a little bit? Yeah. So, I think that's what we were talking about. Do they, your little girl, does she want, besides being very happy and eager to get on it, has she expressed interest on being on it more often or doing her own thing?
Not to do her own thing. But yes, if she could, she would be on here all the time. Yeah. But I don't allow her to. I try to moderate it a little bit for her.
Yeah, of course.
But she loves it. She tells everybody in school. And then anyone who mentions Ghastly Grabs and anything, her face just lights up, and they're just
like, I know that lady.
Yeah. They were watching me live stream on Friday. They were laying in the chair, and Kenny puts it on the TV so they can just watch. And they watch, and they fell asleep, but they were watching me on TV, and they thought it was the greatest thing. I was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, my wife is out there just watching Bluey, I'm sure, with the boys. Yeah,
my kids are passed out now.
Well, it's what, 10 o'clock at night for them?
It is
for you guys?
Yes, it's 10. Yep.
Yeah. No, it's only 7 o'clock here, so the older one's probably fighting with mom right now for dinner, that he doesn't want to eat the food that she made or grandma made.
Always seems that way.
Yeah, but we're slowly trying to get. We're at that point now. We're like, okay, you're gonna go to bed hungry if you don't eat the food we made. And he's slowly. It's a battle though, to be like, okay, I'll eat this food, but he won't eat the food. He'll move it around. I ate it. All right, you're going to bed hungry. But if you pull out some cheese pizza, he's like, I want 2 slices. All right, big boy, you can have 2 slices. But yeah, he's very picky. The little one, not so much. He's trying to reach his hands on everything. Everything.
I can say mine are not picky.
Especially the one that's walking up to you.
No, that's my.
I know it's the dog. I can hear the claws. Is it the attention dog or the
one that doesn't?
That barks at everything.
Barks at everything, doesn't want any attention, but it wants attention. Yeah.
So it's a cat.
It's very talkative. Yes. Right before this, oh my God. So my neighbor has chickens, and they put their chicken coop like right on my fence line. Well, I got these tall bushes, so you can't even see over my neighbor's yard at all. Well, somehow their chickens their little chicks are getting out, and they're getting in my yard. Well, I don't know this. I put my dogs out because my yard's fenced, so I just let them go. Well, the one that is the drama dog that barks at everything, decided to give me a gift and drops it right in front of the door and brought it up to me like a cat.
Awesome.
Yeah, he got one of the little chicks, and yeah, the little chick didn't make it, but got the little chick and brought it up like a cat. And I'm like, you were a cat at one point, because he'll jump on my kitchen table, sit on my kitchen table. I'm like, what is wrong with you, dog?
I have a German Shepherd, and when she was maybe 6 to 7 months old, she maybe even 9 months. Obviously, a very definitely not broccoli. They're picky. Everyone's a picky eater apparently. But yeah, my German Shepherd is not they're not small dogs. They stay small for a very short amount of time. And I think I came home from being gone for 3 months due to work. And she's very excited to see me, and she jumps on our kitchen table. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. My wife was like, that's the first time I've seen her do that. I'm like, yeah, what? Now that we're gonna fix that real quick. And luckily we did. She only did it one other time, and it was like 2-3 weeks later, and it was right after we put the turkey for Thanksgiving on the table.
Oh no!
But luckily that was the very first thing on the table, and she jumped on, and we got her right off, and we're like, okay, you're an outside dog on Thanksgiving apparently.
Yeah.
But she learned her lesson. She's not a jumping dog. Well, she's still a jumping dog for me, but she doesn't jump on anything anymore except the couch and the beds. She'll But when she jumped, I was like, what the hell are you doing?
I bet. Wow. Yeah. No, I yell at mine all the time, and I'm like, I'm moving the chairs so you can't get up, because he's 8-pound dog. He's a mini pin. Yeah. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
What are you doing, guy? Broccoli person. Blech. I like broccoli.
I like broccoli too.
There's nothing wrong with broccoli. Breakfast is my favorite meal. Yes, it's because it's so easy.
I don't know. I'm not a breakfast person.
It's my favorite meal, but it's my favorite meal of the day just because it's so easy. Like waffles, pancakes, crepes, everything's delicious. But at the end of the day, you give me a good ribeye or a good pizza, and I'm happy. I can have that. I'll eat that for breakfast.
Yeah.
Roasted broccoli is amazing. Yeah. Put some roasted broccoli on the grill, some garlic butter.
Oh yes.
Ooh, I know it's 7:15 by the time I'm done and I get out there. It'll be like closer to 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm gonna light up the grill. That's what I'm gonna do.
There we go.
I work from home, and I can hear my cat meowing if he is hungry when I'm on a call. My dog I can hear my dog too all the time. She's a wuss. Someone's walking their dog. I need to bark at that thing. No, you don't. No. Oh, a leaf fell. I need to bark at that. No, you don't.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I guess it's a good thing though, because since she is such a big dog, when people like solicitors come up, they're like, nope, don't want to mess with this house. Good. Thank you. Go away. I don't need to go to whatever church you're trying to get me to go to. I don't want to buy whatever
solar
$5 solar panels, whatever $5 chocolate bar I can get for $1 anywhere else. Yeah. Yes, do it. Dizzy's over here being an enabler. Yeah. Dizzy is he sells vintage shirts. So some of his stuff is really crazy. I think it was his eBay. Is it an eBay or a Macari you have, Dizzy? But if you want some vintage stuff, or if you have any vintage stuff you need to get rid of, Dizzy can sell it. He'll flip it for you. I didn't know vintage clothes were such a high in demand item for some people, though.
Yeah, it is. But now I don't have any vintage. But no, yeah, it is.
I'm the only thing vintage in the house that I need to get rid of. God, see, this is what I was telling you, how my brain works in ADHD and how I'm old. Speaking of Power Rangers, it's an unfortunate thing that I bought this thing of cards when I did. Give me 1 second. I think I can find it. I think it's in here.
All right. Oh, that was a quick second.
Yeah, I have a giant bookshelf like you do, full of Pokemon stuff. It's just not behind me because of how everything's set up. So I bought this at a trade show, the Power
Oh,
Rangers, the
wow.
card game, not the card game, but trading cards, and it is exclusively the White Ranger subset. I bought this for $20, and I like a week. And I want to say it is unfortunate that but it's good. I'm glad I bought it when I saw it and
Right.
when I found it, because that's when he passed, was a few months later. So it's like, I was able to get this for $20,
Wow. Yeah.
but I think now it's selling for like anywhere from 40 to 60, and it's still climbing too, which is like, I'm glad I got it. Yeah, it was like right when I was about to open it too. So
wow.
Yeah. And I like showing it off because I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's really cool, let me buy it. And
that is cool. I didn't even know they had trading cards.
Yeah. And I still want to open it from time to time, but how often do you get to see something like this sealed?
Right.
And especially since it's a White Ranger subset, so every pack is supposed to have Jason David Frank in it. So that someone's gonna,
cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. No,
Fella Chris, take my stuff. Fella Chris, real quick, I will put you in the wheel of names, but the command isn't working, so we just took it off, and I'll do a wheel of names later at the end of the stream for everyone that's still here, and that's how we'll do it tonight. And then I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out how to get it working. Yeah.
Streamlabs.
At least everything else was working, so everyone was able to get their their commands out. Yeah. Is there any like weird things that you have for your own personal collection that you just like to show off, or like when people are like, oh, this is pretty cool, you're like, I got it?
Not really. Most of my stuff is newer stuff. Like, I don't have anything older. Because I got into Pokemon a little later because of life. So I didn't get into it till like last year, truthfully. So all my stuff
you're in it,
that you
so
see
that's
behind me. Behind me it's like all the newer stuff. I have some Sun and Moon. Like I have a Sun and Moon base booster box that's still sealed. But that's the oldest I've gone back to. Maybe there's some older packs in like different collection boxes. Like I don't know what the mystical squishy box. I don't know if there's any what packs are in there. I forget, but I have like that.
Yeah, those, there's nothing in there. Those are all modern.
That's what I thought. I thought it was modern, but I wasn't 100%. I know I have the Venusaur and the Blastoise box. I'm on the hunt for the Mew. I mean, Mew, not the Mew. I'm sorry, Gengar. The Gengar GX box. So because of the promos for the Sword and Shield deal, never.
I know which one you're talking about.
Because I do a promo chase for Sword and Shield. So I'm trying to grab all the cards from the promo line, which some I know I can't get, but I'm gonna, because they were like Pokemon Center exclusive, whatever promo cards. So I'm gonna have to get them at stores if I ever find them. But for the most part, that's why I got a lot of collection boxes. It's just because of getting those promo cards. I just haven't opened them or whatnot for that. I haven't got a chance yet to that.
Speaking of vintage stuff and things that you may not have, or you got a little late. When we were talking about this, we were on Jay's stream last night. I don't know how far you got, but did you hear me talking about this pack on his stream?
No, I don't think I've heard that part.
So this is a Fire Red and Leaf Green pack.
Okay.
When I bought it, it was going for about $300, just that one pack. But the card shop that I was at didn't even know he had it. He took down a box of like Sailor Moon cards and Marvel, like old school 90s Marvel cards. And my wife was going through it, and she's like, oh, cool. Hey, look, a thing of Pokemon cards. How old is this? I was like, old enough where I'm going to buy it before someone else can. And she was like, you just bought $250 worth of cards from the man. I was like, yeah, and he's about to get another $250 from me. He goes, oh, I don't know if I want to sell it. And I was like, I'll give you $250 for it. And he was like, how much is it worth? I was like, damn it, I don't know. So we looked it up. It was like 300, maybe 400. I don't even know how much it's going for currently. And he was like, you know what? I didn't even know I had it. So yeah, screw it. I'll sell it to you.
Wow.
So he sold it to me for $200.
There we go.
So eBay is selling it for $375, $450, $500. I have the Pikachu one, so that alone is going for $500, $400.
Wow,
500. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it's a really good pickup. And it just in Harsh, a lot of people want me to do it. I'm still after 4 Archeop promos from Silver Tempest. Hey, good luck on your hunt for those promos.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people want me to rip it, and if I do rip it, it's going to be on a subscriber goal. Like it's going to be at 1,000. It's going to be at the monetization goal.
Right. Something big.
Something yeah. Because I already have a subscriber goal bet with the wife. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I finally get my Pokemon tattoo. And at that point,
I remember.
At that point, I might as well just live stream it. So that's the plan with that. And Jay was like, I'll buy that off you. I was like, okay. And the biggest reason why I will never open it is because I already have the big hit from that set. I opened it as a kid, and I just got it back from PSA a couple weeks ago. It came back as a PSA. The Charizard EX came back as a PSA 9, and that as a 9 is selling for $1,500. So I don't. If I can get a second one, that's cool. But
what's the chances?
Yeah, exactly. And my wife was like, "You should weigh it." I'm like, "No, because if I weigh it, then I'm going to feel guilty if I sell it to somebody." It's like, so I'm not going to weigh it. I was like, "You can weigh it if you want to, because I don't know what I'm looking for." I was like, "Me either," because I'm not weighing it. So Jay said when he gets to 5,000, he'll buy it off me. So I was like, "I'll accept your challenge." So Jay,
darn it. He was supposed to get 5,000 on Sunday.
I don't know how many he got. Yeah.
I don't know how many he got either.
That would have been crazy if he sold it during that podcast with everybody on after I said it, because I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, you buy it. So he'll buy it and he'll rip it on his stream and that would be his own personal thing. So
yeah, no, I don't.
I do wish him luck on it, of course. Yeah. And then I have a bunch of like Japanese stuff, Korean stuff that I have that I probably won't open anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you collect any other languages or just English for now?
I have some Japanese. Like I did Triple Beat just recently. Okay. I got the Magic Heart out of that, which actually Leah pulled. It was her very first pack, and yeah, she pulled it. So I was like, well, that box is done, basically. Let's
But pretty much.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we'll still do it for shorts though, whatever. But and that's what I was using it for shorts. For YouTube. Because it's just, 5 cards and it's quick, so it works out easily. And they're shiny and they're nice artwork.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just I've only bought 2 Japanese boxes, and that was the Triple Beat, and then Plasma. Is that the part of the Fusion Strike? Plasma something.
Plasma Storm, I think.
Storm, that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. So that's all I've opened up in Japanese. So mostly it is English. Yes.
Well, I'm going to get the Wheel of Names ready. Would you like to be entered in tonight's giveaway?
No, thank you. Go ahead and give it away to you.
I'm going to do it anyways.
No.
I won't do it to you. So if you guys are in the chat right now, let me know you're here. Just say here. Just say you want. Just say, or you can say take my stuff again. Just let me know you're here. I'll put you in the Wheel of Names, and then we'll get this going. I bought a Charmander base set Spanish in a mint condition from my LGS or LCS for $30, thinking to grade it. Hey, that's awesome, Harsh. If you grade it, go ahead and grade it. I don't see why not. I have a few collection boxes and ETBs I'm going to keep sealed. So do I. I don't see the point in opening up a lot of product at the moment. Some of the stuff that I have in my sealed collection, I don't mind if I need to open if things get slow. But I have a lot of boxes that I will probably not open up anytime soon, or tins.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I don't want to do that.
Yep, same here. I just don't know what for. And then if product does get scarce, because down here I don't know how everywhere else is. Product seems like it's getting scarce.
Yeah,
like I go to Target or whatnot, but I go to different websites and it's just there's just nothing really.
Yeah,
it's like kind of getting sad, but it's like, okay, what am I going to use tonight for content?
Right. Yeah, and that's why that's why my sealed collection started, because at first I was like, I'm just gonna keep things. I'm gonna buy things as I go, and then the scalper situation happened. So I was like, okay, well, I need to stock up on some stuff.
Right.
And for the most part, I have opened everything that I want to open. And then the stuff I have sealed is stuff that I think I could sell. Like if I do decide to sell one day, that I can. But I think as far as my sealed collection goes, though, that's it. It's done. That's the best it's going to get. But let me do this really quick. I think I have everybody that's in the chat up to date. So let me do this. I understand. I'll do this. Okay, everybody. So as of right now, I have Harsh, Dizzy, Fella Chris, Glee, Bust, and Steven all on the wheel of names. Again, if you are in the chat and you want to be entered, please let me know. I will enter it down below. Harsh, you already know the rules. You won the last giveaway on the channel. And so that would be easy shipment. Hopefully the prices haven't gone up, because I would, if you win again, that would be awesome. And I have no problem shipping to Canada. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on blast like that to have all these lovely people know where you're at, but neighbor to the north. Everyone else in the stateside, free shipping, just because it's not going to cost me at least 3 kidneys that are not mine. Just don't ask where I got them. So, yep. So anyone in the chat, give me a number 1 through 10, and we will shuffle up some names. And I will, while that's going on, I will show you what you are entered for. Hopefully we will. Let me hide this really quick again. So you're gonna go for some vintage stuff. The Blaine's Pokemon Trainer card. Oop, it is non-hollow. I'll figure it out someday. 6. I can do 6.
Like your first rodeo here.
Appearing sun. Some I will do 6 spins and I will add you to the wheel. Blaine's Charmander is what you're going for. Blaine's Vulpix. The Hollow Mew. It is from X and Y, so it's not like the promo that you got going to see the movie. Promo Mimikyu. And the Enamorous character gallery card. Then, of course, the Slab of the Night CGC 8.5 Pheromosa Full Art from Ultra Prism. Then, of course, I will always throw in some extra goodies to the winner. So good luck to everybody.
Yes, good luck. Good luck.
Let me add appearing to it really quick. I don't think I spelled it right, but at the moment, let's just get it going. So I'll shuffle it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And before we do the final spin, Ghastly, do you have anything you want to share to the team, to the group, to the chat? Anything that's going on, your donations, your charities that you're part of, anything at all? Last chance to promote some stuff.
Yeah.
No, Whatnot. Don't forget to promote that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Whatnot. I just started. So yeah, Whatnot, Ghastly Grabs. I will not gouge you at all. I will not be like anyone else on there. But I'm going to do that Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on Eastern time. So that's what, 7 on Pacific.
Yes.
Yeah, and I run it to as long. I think my Saturday it was like 7.5 hours I was on there just running stuff.
That's a long time.
I know. Yeah, well then my live streams are Tuesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what 5:30 Pacific.
Yes.
So yeah, I do them every Tuesdays and Fridays. Unless something happens, I will let everyone know. But they are always scheduled Tuesdays and Fridays, and then Saturdays is whatnot. So yeah.
Awesome.
I'm just learning here, just new to this whole show.
Not a problem at all. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. So if you guys do win this giveaway, Appearing Sun, that's what you said, 6'4". I just shuffled the wheel spin, and that is how this is how you're going to contact me if you win. Very easy, because I want to get this stuff out to you guys as fast as I can. So email, Discord, or Instagram. Hit me up after the stream. I will probably get back to you in about an hour. I got to eat, got to hang out with the family, all that fun stuff. Yeah. But I want to get this stuff out to you guys. So wheel has been shuffled. Good luck, everybody.
Yes, good luck, everyone.
Steven, Dizzy. Is it Dizzy or Steven? I can't tell because there's no lines. That looks like Dizzy.
Yeah.
Dizzy Hippie. Congratulations, my guy.
Congrats.
I know what Discord you're in. You know what Discord I'm in. We know how to get a hold of each other. So I know where you live. No, I don't. Not yet. Anyways, congratulations, Dizzy. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out with
All right, Gonzo, hold on 1 second. One second. I got something for you.
You got something for me? What'd I do?
For you. No, I wanted to get you something. So to say thank you for letting me be part of this podcast, because you didn't have to do that. I appreciate being on here. It was absolutely fun. So thank you so much.
You're getting me to the side, bro. I don't know how to react. What I do.
So I went to our store around here in Naples, and I got you a CGC 9 Raichu from Brilliant Stars. So I want to send that out to you.
Thank you. You did not have to do that, but I do appreciate it.
I know that you love Raichu, and I was like, that was the only one they had. So I was like, okay, well, this is going to do.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Thank you so much.
No, you're very welcome. But thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone on your subscription. I appreciate you guys letting me come in and talk, and I appreciate you guys subscribing to me as well. Thank you guys for being with the community. I thank you for letting me be in the community.
That's the whole point of this conversation, to build the community as a community. Thank you again for coming in, stopping by. I'm glad I can be your first podcast, and I hope to see you on much more in the future.
I hope so too in the future. Yes.
Good luck on your whatnot. Hopefully it doesn't become a cesspool for you, and well,
if it does, then I'll get out.
Yes.
I'm not, that is not my baby. That is not, I will easily just jump ship if I need to. There's no commitment there at all.
Bust. I can't wait to see your email or your DM on, hopefully we can get something together, because I would love to have you on the podcast too. Have a good night, everybody. My name is Gonzo, and don't forget, collect how you want to collect. Peace.
See ya, guys. Bye.